Hey guys, welcome back to the Unaccompanied Millennials podcast. We're your hosts, Alanah
and Morgan.
And I have a question. So have you ever had someone show up to your house on like a first date and actually knock on your door to pick you up?
No, I would tell them to either wait at the end of the driveway because my parents had already went to bed and sneak out, or tell them to wait down the road and I'd be like, hey, I'm going to my friends. Bye.
Bye. Really? Yeah.
Like,
okay.
It's actually pretty scary because like nobody knew where I was at any point.
Yeah, because before that we wouldn't have had each other on Find My Friends.
No.
So you were literally could have been abducted.
Honestly.
Oh, well, I did put myself in some shitty situations too.
Yeah.
We're live to tell the story. So obviously we did something right.
Yes, exactly. But Taylor's boyfriend, like when they started dating, they've been dating for about a year. He came to the door and picked her up and stuff like that. So
oh, your sister and him are so cute together too. They're still together.
Adorable. Yeah.
That's awesome. I like him. He's really nice.
It was really funny because the first time he came to pick her up, I was like creeping through the window and I wasn't expecting him to come inside. And then he came inside and I was panicking. So I'm in the kitchen awkwardly. I'm like, hi there, I'm Morgan.
So he saw you creeping out of through the window?
Well, and I was standing in the kitchen. I couldn't escape.
Oh
God.
That's so funny. No, I had a guy, a few podcasts ago, I talked about him. He was the one that came after one date to the bar and told the people I was with that we were together and that they couldn't be around me. Whatever the fuck he said. Crazy dude. We'll call him Jim. He came to the door. Maybe that was the first sign. I shouldn't have went on that Twigs date. He showed up at the door and knocked, and then my stepdad answered, and I remember being like, what the fuck are you doing in my head? Honestly. Why are you at the door? It's a nice gesture. I get it, but
I'm not ready for you to meet anybody.
No, it's like, are you gonna fucking sell me for a goat?
Exactly.
Like, are you gonna buy me with like something? I don't understand. Like, I'm just kidding, guys.
But are you asking my father or mother or anybody for permission? Like, I don't understand.
Are you trying to court me? I don't understand.
Yeah.
No, I think it's a really nice gesture, maybe on the second or third date. Or on the first date if you live alone. Like, if I lived in my apartment and you came and knocked on my door or whatever, or my house, okay, but when you live with your parents, I just find it's weird now. I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know. But at the same time, if I had children, I'd want the guy to come knock on the door so I can see what the fuck he look like.
True.
And I could like get a sense.
So. Yeah. Like, you know that overbearing father stereotype? Like, that's going to be me. I'm going to be the one sitting at the table cleaning a gun. You know what I mean?
Oh no, I'll just be asking lots of questions. Like, I know I'm going to be overbearing. Like, so what do you do? He's like, oh, I'm in grade 10, you know.
I work at McDonald's.
I work at McDonald's.
Great, good job.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's funny the differences in times from like
things change so quickly.
20 to 2020, you know what I mean?
Just 100 years.
Oh my God.
It's crazy. Crazy.
Do you remember like in the movies where they'll go out to their dates with their nice swing dresses to the diner, share milkshakes and stuff like that?
Yeah, with two straws.
I wouldn't imagine sharing food on a first date.
I don't know. I, first of all, don't share drinks with people in general, even if I know them, like my friends or anything. I am not a drink sharer. I find it really gross.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact of sipping a milkshake, a thick white milkshake through a straw.
Also, there's no way I'm drinking a milkshake on the first day because my stomach would kill me, and that would ruin the date right there.
Oh, I just wouldn't. I'm not a huge milkshake person, anyways. Like, I like ice cream, but I'm not. It's just, I don't know. And I would never. Nowadays, like, you go to a diner to eat breakfast because you're hungover, or like as like a family brunch or something, or with your friends. You don't get all fancied up to go sit at a diner now.
Yeah, I guess so. Like, I'm not really the type of girl that puts a dress on for the first date. Like, I might put on jeans and leggings.
I don't wear dresses on a first date at all.
No, like,
I wouldn't have either.
Maybe wear my jean jacket or something. Like, I'm not sure.
No. And then they'd always proceed to go outside to the parking lot of the diner and then hang out beside their cars.
So cute.
It is kind of cute. I think people still do that at Tim Hortons now.
Okay, no, that's a car club of people that think that they're awesome.
It kind of drives me
biased because every time me and my coworkers from the college for security, we go there to Tim Hortons, and there's these people and they just throw trash everywhere and they're yelling and they're belligerent, like they're super annoying. And then they proceed to drive up to the college and do donuts in our parking lots when we tell them not to. So I think I just hate them because of that. But
oh God.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I always thought they'd hang out there for hours, some of them.
Oh,
In the Tim Hortons
days.
parking
I feel
lot.
like they never leave.
Yeah.
They
There's some
take
of them
bird
that don't,
bath
they
showers
sleep
and then
there. Yeah. No, I know. And I don't know if it was just the movies, but I don't know if they dance in the parking lots or if that was just like in the
Oh
movies
my
because there's
God, please don't.
musicals. But they love to dance and not grinding. There was no grinding back
No,
then.
like where did grinding come from? Is it just because people got too drunk and they couldn't move their feet?
I think that we just didn't want to put the work in anymore and no one wanted to take dancing lessons, so we just shake our butts
Oh my
and like
God.
moved our elbow
That's so embarrassing. Like, what are you gonna do at your
shoulders.
wedding?
You just move your shoulders and do the same dances. Have you been to a wedding? Everyone just jumps up and down and does the same dances.
No.
No one's like fucking like you. If you want to do when you do your actual dance, you have to dance normal, like you just
No,
slow dance.
I'm getting dance lessons for my wedding. That's a surprise. Nobody say anything, but like, because people aren't gonna
Surprise
expect
to
me,
who?
everybody at my wedding.
You're giving them all a dance lesson.
No, I'm getting my
Oh,
dance lessons because people aren't gonna expect me to whip out the foxtrot.
no one does the
I'm doing
foxtrot.
it. I'm
Why?
doing
You
it.
don't even know what that is. You just,
I'm
it was the
gonna take
first thing what
dance
you thought of.
lessons.
It was the first name you thought of.
My parents took dance lessons when I was younger and they loved it.
Yeah, okay. I'm not saying don't take a dance lesson. I'm
But I'm
just
doing it for
saying
my wedding so that I can be magnificent and
magnificent.
with my crown and everything.
Oh my God, you're just saying magnificent because in the other podcast we fucking did, it said that in your Leo description, and you're like, I am magnificent.
That's my new descriptive word for myself.
Oh my fucking
But
God.
it's true, I am.
Oh my God. Okay, but the one thing I'm actually very jealous of back then that we don't really have at all, I think there's one in Barrie, is the drive-in movie theaters.
Oh, yes.
And I've been thinking, with coronavirus and all this stuff, this would be a great time to bring that back because people can just, in their families or just themselves, can pull up their car and watch a movie and be with people, but not
Honestly,
actually be with people. And I
yeah.
think that no one's thought of that, or if people have thought of that, they're like, I don't want to spend money on that.
Yeah,
And
like that big
that,
screen and that good projector probably costs so much money.
yeah, but it'd be a good thing.
It would
Like,
be
I wish that we
awesome.
had, if we had one already, that would have been awesome, but it's fine.
Yeah, because like that would be the cutest date. Just pull up and back the
Mm-hmm.
truck with like some blankets and pillows and snacks, just like
Yeah.
make a comfy little place
A
to,
little place to watch a movie and
yeah,
also stay away from others.
yes.
Mm-hmm. No, I think that's a great idea. And
I
let's
really,
send an email
yeah, exactly. I
to the
think
city.
that should happen. Um, I really liked the dates, the idea of a date at a carnival where you go and you win the prizes for the girl and stuff like that.
And
Go
no,
on the
those ruined
Ferris
my
wheel,
childhood because I always grew up watching those movies, like those 80s movies and 90s movies where they'd
like
have
the
the
Notebook.
like that what other, like all, like Grease, all of them, they always had the scene in them, right? So
Yeah,
every time I went to the midway when I was little and grade, like in the younger grades, like 7, 8, 9, like when I was allowed to go on my own with my friends, I'd
yeah,
always like be sad by the end of it because there's no guy here that wants to date me
yeah.
because
It's
the
the
midway it's supposed to
expectations.
happen.
They just ruin your
They
whole
ruined
life
my
as
childhood
you're
because
expecting things
I
that
never had
aren't
fun at the
happening.
midway because I was always trying to figure out what the fuck was going wrong.
Yeah, and you're like, hey, who's winning me this dog that I want?
No,
I'm not going to win it for myself.
no. And then if someone else had a guy there and they're winning them a stuffed
Oh,
animal, I'm like, what? Well, what's wrong with
pissed.
me?
Yeah,
What's my problem?
I know. Yeah, expectations and comparing yourself to others, that just ruins your whole
It
life.
ruins my whole time. So I'm never. And the people just freaked me out. The midway people, some of them.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
They.
yeah.
I
The
remember one time.
carnies?
Yeah, my friend Julie and I think her boyfriend Troy, and I can't remember who else we were there with, but the guy was like egging Troy on to like spend more.
Yeah, well,
And
that's
it
what
was kind of working at first, and I remember we were like dying laughing. He was like, because he was getting a little frustrated, and then he finally just decided, no, fuck you, whatever,
yeah.
just walking away.
Yeah, they were sketchy.
I don't know if it's true that they're all from prison. I feel like that's a stereotype,
Yeah, I don't think they are.
but at the same time, maybe they are. The other big thing too is I don't think I've ever. I feel okay. This is a lie. I think that I've been asked maybe a few times, "Hey, like, do you want to go on a date?" But it's never been worded like, "Do you want to go on a date with me?" It's like, "Do you want to go to a movie with me?" or something like that. I've
Or
never
do you want to
once,
hang
or do you want to
out?
hang out? Yeah, it's never
I
been like,
hate
"Oh, would you
that.
like to go on a date?"
I hate do you want to hang out because what's happening? Like, do I shave? Do I dress up? Do I wear track pants? Like, what is happening?
Mm-hmm. I know.
And uh I think I've only been asked out on a date like once.
Mm-hmm. I think I've been after there was. I've definitely been asked on a date, but I don't remember it ever being like. I think once it was like, hey, like I had like an idea of us like maybe going on a date. What do you think? And I was like, okay, yeah, sure. But it was never. Yeah, I think it was once. All the rest have just been let's hang out,
Yeah.
or come over and watch a movie, or something like that. Stupid.
Yeah, exactly.
Or want to go for lunch. Like it's never. I'm like, okay, is it just lunch? Like, what is
Yeah, what's happening?
this? um,
God.
I know. And have you ever had someone say, like, straight out, will you be my girlfriend? Or was it always like it just kind of
Um,
slowly happened? Or were you always the one that's saying, hey, so what is this?
Actually it's the opposite. I'm usually the one that's avoiding that conversation because
Okay.
I have had issues with commitment in the past, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But so I've only ever had two boyfriends.
Mm-hmm.
And my first one, um, story to follow, we were hanging out and like sleeping together for probably about a month or two. And he kept on being like, hey, do you want to be my girlfriend? I'm like, no, I don't want to label it. I don't want to label it. Like, we're just having fun. It's fine. And he's like, okay, well, we hang out almost every day. Like, you might as well just be my girlfriend. I was like, okay, fine.
Mm-hmm.
And then this one, like with Tyler, I was kind of resistant at the beginning as well, but then we had the conversation. I'm like, you know what? I can't fight this anymore. And then we had the conversation that we were going to be together and stuff like that. But I don't think it was ever like, will you be my girlfriend?
Mm-hmm.
Which is fine with me because I like the idea of a mutual conversation.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I've been, I've been asked, will you be my girlfriend? One time it was over the phone,
Oh,
and
God.
that story is to follow. um, but another time, um, I guess I'll just do Neil. So Neil and I were on and off, on and off, on and off, like never a fully official for what, like 8, 9, 10 months.
Yeah.
Because we both were in like different places in our life, and we just like kept trying to like make it work, and but then it just wouldn't, or we'd start seeing someone else, and then we're like, and like it was just back and forth for a while. So then finally, when we decided both to like kind of give us an actual shot, it was probably like 3 or 4 months. We were like exclusive, but neither of us had actually asked each other to like be each other's boyfriend or girlfriend
Right.
until one night we were at a Halloween party, and I was dressed up as Britney Spears.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
And then at this party, he's playing beer pong, and then the ball rolls over to my feet. He goes and picks it up, looks up at me, and he goes, "Oh, by the way, I love you."
Shut up.
Yeah.
Oh, my
And then
God.
kissed me on the cheek, and then went back to play. And it
Aw.
was actually kind of really cute. It was
That's
actually
so
really cute.
cute.
Yeah. And I was like, wait, what the fuck? In my head, I was like, he loves me, but am I his girlfriend? Like, I don't fucking
Yeah, what's
understand. Is this
happening?
making me his girlfriend? I was like, oh, my heart dropped.
That's
But
the
like in a
thing,
good way, though,
right?
kind of.
Like
I was
in
just a little
today's day
confused
and
for a second.
age, it's all backwards. Like
Mm-hmm.
people say I love you before they're even anything. Like,
Mm-hmm. But it wasn't like he told me he loved me after a few weeks. Like we know each other for a year at that point. We've been back
yeah.
and forth like a fucking movie, like Grey's Anatomy. Like every time I would try to date him, it'd be the wrong time for him. And every time he tried to date me, it'd be the wrong time for me.
Yeah.
Like before, so we kind of just like it was just back and forth. So then that was finally the time that we were both like, okay.
Yeah.
And
That's
then
that's
yeah,
funny.
but yeah, it was really
Um
cute the way he said it. Like if you think back to it,
yeah.
at that point, I was actually kind of mad for a second. I was like, is this how he tells me during a game of beer pong?
That's so
But I
cute.
think that's generally when he felt it. Like he just said
Yeah.
it the exact moment he actually fully felt it. And
Well, that's what happened with me too.
mm-hmm.
And me and Tyler hadn't known each other for that long. I think he was driving me back to the park that I worked at. It was about an hour and a half, 2 hours from Winnipeg where he lived. And he would, once a week, he would come pick me up, and then we would drive back to Winnipeg, and then he would drive me back a day later.
Mm-hmm.
And we always had so much fun on those drives. And the one day we were just laughing, and we were just about to pull into the park, and we were laughing, and I just turned and I was like, I love you. And I just froze. I'm like, oh God, oh please God, no.
Like word vomit?
Well, I don't think it was like, because that's exactly what I felt at that time.
I know, but you didn't mean to say it. It just came
because
out.
It felt like I had said it way too soon. I'm like, fuck, like, what did I just do? And then he's like, I was so embarrassed. I just like buried my face in his arm, and I'm like, Jesus Christ. I just forget that I said that. Yeah, he's like, it's okay, I love you too. And I was like, oh my God, help. Like, as if that was what just happened, like as if that's how it was said, but it was perfect looking back on it.
Yeah,
I was so embarrassed, but it's perfect.
Have you ever said I love you to someone over the phone by accident? I have.
No.
Because I can't remember who it was. I have no idea. And I was like, okay, love you, bye. And then I was like, oh my God, like that wasn't
wasn't meant for you, sorry.
Was not meant for you.
Oh my gosh.
Oh well, it was still funny.
Something that I really enjoy from the past, like from olden days, back in the day type dating, is asking the father for permission to propose.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like that tradition.
Okay, so Neil asked for permission before he proposed to me. So, but it wasn't like, I don't like having to ask permission. I think you should 100% tell them and be like, hey, like, what do you think? Like, but I just feel like the permission thing is making me feel like I'm an item a little bit. I don't know.
I get that for sure.
But at the same time, like, I still like it. Like, I still want, like, I wanted him to do that, and he did that, and he would have done it. Like, I didn't tell him to. He just did it.
Yeah, but he's English, so
but he also like talked to my mom too. Maybe, I can't remember. No, he didn't. No, but it wasn't. I don't know. I just feel like it should be more like, because I feel like if a woman's gonna propose to a man, like, she should still go up to his parents and be like, hey, like, I wanted to propose to your son.
Just run this
like
by you.
Both way. I don't think it should just be one way.
Right.
What I'm trying to say. But I do think it's endearing, and I think it's nice to let that side of your parents know what's happening.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Like,
I'd be so annoyed if my daughter or son called me and was like, oh yeah, I'm engaged.
I know. I wasn't a part of that. I wasn't like, they didn't let me know. Because I get it once, if you want to be an intimate moment for sure, but you want to be in the loop.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm. So I don't know. But okay. Have you ever had someone bring you a gift at all? I just thought that. Like, have you ever had someone give you a gift or something on a date, or like anything?
Not on a date, no.
No, I'm trying to think if I had either.
No.
No, me neither.
Whatever.
It's fine. I guess we're not worth anything.
Yeah, exactly. What the fuck?
Even a pack of gum would have been nice, or something. Like,
Taylor's boyfriend, mm-hmm. She was talking about, this was like when they first started dating, and she was going on a trip to Cuba with her friend, and she mentioned that she needed a good pair of sunglasses. Mm-hmm. So the next day he gives her a pair of Ray-Bans.
I remember you telling me that. That's like I thought it was the sweetest thing ever.
I have tears in my eyes just thinking about it. Like, no, he just gave it to her, like, here.
Mm-hmm. Like, you bought her a pair.
So sweet. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's so nice.